I have been with T2 for 25 years this month.
And I have been working with T2 for 25 years.
Been with T2 Systems for this year will be going on 20 years.
I've been at T2 for now coming up to 19 years this May.
I've been with T2 for 16 years.
This will be my 15th year.
I've been with T2 for 15 years, coming up on 16 later this year.
And I've been with T2 for 15 years.
I mean, we've grown so much from where I started. I think I was employee 23, and now we have well over 300 employees. And actually, if you consider the broader Vera Mobility company, I mean, it's quite a bit more than that. So we've just really grown. We've added so much to our suite of products so that we can be almost a one-stop shop for our customers, and just really expanded our technology. So just the growth, I mean, it's been significant since I started.
When I started, 20 years ago, there were 40 employees at that time. We had a pretty good permits and enforcement application, and over the 20 years that that I've been here, T2 as a whole has really done a great job of taking that permits and enforcement application and building it into an industry-leading platform that our customers rely on, and it covers so much in the parking and transportation area that our platform was really a critical piece of our customers' success, and that's been really exciting to see how it's gone from a single application like a permits and enforcement application into a large platform that our customers really rely and depend on.
Having been at T2 for such a long time, I think that the perception with technology and large organizations is that things don't change, that on the day-to-day things kind of don't change quickly or visibly. So it's not an obvious change, but then when you look back over a longer period of time, you can see how drastically things have changed, both with technology, with the market, with our customers, and then internally our products, processes. Everything is so different now than it was 15 years ago when you look back holistically over a long period of time.
The biggest change that I've seen at T2 over the years has really been what I'll call organizational adaptability. So T2, I think, does a really good job of constantly making changes. If it's around our processes or services, the way that we interact with each other, the way that we interact with our customers, to be able to make sure that our customers are raving fans of our products and services, to make sure we're a leader in the market, and then also to make sure that employees are happy with their job functions and responsibilities.
The biggest change I've seen at T2 is the growth. When I started, there were 25 employees, and we've grown to the big company that we are today.
I'd say the largest change is probably the size. Being around as long as I have, when I first started, I believe we had less than 40 employees. I think it's a very cool thing to be able to have been part of watching the company grow, like just see how much we've grown. I mean, we had daily stand-up meetings with the entire company downstairs in manufacturing when I started, discussing the orders, plans, and everything. So even the CEO, we were all down there every morning as part of a stand-up. So yeah, we started out pretty small.
When we joined, it was a startup, small group. Everybody was involved in everything, all the way through to today, being a much more mature company. Being an organization that's part of a public entity like Vera Mobility, and that progress from going from its early stage, young, just kind of get it done, and to now being, having the maturity and being a larger business and being just part of an organization like we are today.
We've seen a lot of change, all positive, I think. And we've had a lot of challenges, and we've kind of ridden those really well, and I think it's really concrete. There's been like our place in the industry has been really concrete because of that hard work we've done.
We've really evolved the customer journey and how we approach, how we take care of customers. And it's difficult because as you grow, you have to also scale that. But we've put some programs into place. We've created some, extra layers of relationship and just touch bases with our customers that we didn't have that kind of specific way of making sure that we connect with our customers early on. So I think just some of the programs that we put into place, and honestly, how the Connect conference has grown and evolved. I'm so proud of that, and the teams that I've worked with that have made that happen. I think it's talked about within the industry. People are jealous of it, and actually people are starting to copy what we do. So, imitation is the best form of flattery. So I think it's how we have continued to evolve how we take care of our customers and how we respond to, things that they need in the industry, in our products, and in how we care for them.
Year over year, as I look back at my time with T2, it's always nice to look back and see a customer that T2, myself, whoever it is, brought on years ago, and you see that they're thriving in their organization. They're able to solve the problems with their parking organization using T2's products and services. So that is always gratifying.
One of the things that, thinking about this early on in my career, when we started with the permits and enforcement application, the first, brought in Flex and it really was doing permits and enforcement. Our next big module that we built in that was our park system, the parking and access revenue control system. And as we were starting to build that, we got a lot of feedback from competitors that building something like that was way too complex, that T2 would never be able to accomplish that and make that happen. And not only did we make that happen, but we've been very successful with it. And it's been a great part of T2 and its success. But the other thing is the competition that was telling us that this wasn't possible. Many of those companies are no longer in the industry, and T2 has moved on and taken the lead into being a leader in the parks space.
So I think there's two things that stand out for me. One definitely is the original City Houston Pay Station project, because it was a big project for me just as the PM, but also because it kind of put the Pay Station product on the map as a product line going forward. But also I think it's been about the people development. I've been a part of developing folks that have stayed at T2 and did a really good job, and some folks that have moved on, but being a part of that as they've grown into their careers has been really fun for me.
I've done some very challenging implementations with large pay station customers like Miami Beach, large parking operators like InPark, LAS, Metro Transit Authority, so all the transit lines north of New York. Being able to handle challenging implementations with parks like CTAC, and really being helpful and being asked to believe that I've been asked to help with a lot of different things because I can kind of step into different roles as needed.
I think that my most proud moment is the opportunity to build my own department here within T2 from the ground up. We didn't have a technology rollout department. The leaders with T2 saw a need, and I was the lucky one to be able to, have this handed to me. I was able to build the department, build out the processes, and over the years, we just keep growing. So I started in support. So I was in support for about 17 years, and then I've been with technology rollout since 2016. So we keep growing, and I'm able to assist customers to stay current with their software.
The thing that I take the most pride in is helping contribute to other people's success and growth. I really, really like working with people, as I mentioned, and then seeing them grow and take on things that maybe they didn't feel that they could accomplish, and the sense of satisfaction that they get from learning and accomplishing their goals. To me, that is something I'm very proud of, and I've seen so many wonderful people do wonderful things. So I do love that. I personally have worked on a lot of system improvements and taken on very complicated systems that I've learned and have made such a huge impact to T2 and how we can operate more efficiently. So definitely, you know, having people growth, people learning and implementing tools that I see make a direct impact on the organization and our customers is something I'm very proud of.
The best thing really has been it's been the journey, right? It's been the progress, the being along for the ride. I was thinking about it, and it's kind of like watching a child grow up or a young adult grow into a mature adult, and kind of being there and seeing the path, the journey, the ups, the downs, and everything in between, and you know, just being a part of it, you know, being a key part of it.
With parking people.
But it is the people.
Getting to work with all these great people.
My coworkers and with our customers.
Folks that I work with.
The people, like the people at T2, the customers, the vendors or partners.
But it is true. It's the people I work with, people around.
The people has definitely been my biggest reason and why I've been here so long.
It's about the team that I have, that I support, the interactions that I have with them every day, the problem solving, the brainstorming, the challenges that we get brought, everything from that to the customers that I get to interact with on a near daily basis, and just kind of know them personally, and know some of the challenges and being there, you know, involved in some of their challenges and in problem solving, both from, you know, products we release, but also just helping and supporting them in their needs on a daily basis. And it's kind of that ecosystem of being a part of my team, being a part of the broader T2 organization, and then also being so close-knit with our customers and in their kind of almost a sidekick to their operations.
You know, coming into work and working with folks that are passionate about what they're doing, they're dedicated about what they're doing, they care about the customers, and it's not just in engineering, it's not like QA, it's across the board. It's you know, every department is definitely motivated to create that customer success for us, and it's awesome to see.
Getting to work with all these great people at T2 is a big part of the job that I enjoy. The second part that I enjoy is being able to get to work face-to-face with prospective customers. So I really enjoy the challenge of being able to go out and meet with people in person, or sometimes just on Zoom calls, really understand what their current challenges are with their parking organization, and then basically tie their challenges to the product services that can solve those challenges with T2, and get them on board with T2, you know, from another competitor is the best part.
It's easy to come to work every day. I never thought that the profession of parking would be my life, but you know, when I started at the university at the parking office, I liked what I did. I liked the people I worked with. And then when T2 came into the mix, they were all like me. So it's easy. I get to work with parking people, and it's pretty awesome.
I got to work with a lot of people over the years, a lot of different customers over the years, and just been able to learn from them.
I have worked with some just awesome people. I've had some great leaders, some good mentors. I mean, I love the team that I work with today within my group and my peers, and honestly, our customers. We have such fun and engaged customers, and I've really created friendships with a lot of them. Definitely love any time that I can get in person with our customers. The Connect conference is for sure my favorite part of the whole year, where we can be in person with so many of our customers, but I also know that you can't do that all the time. So just getting out to other conferences or visiting people within their offices and hearing their challenges and hearing what they like about what we're providing to them is just so very rewarding.
30 years is amazing. You know, I was a customer from the start. I was at the university. I used the software before T2 became T2. And then as a customer, we started using Terminator. So I actually used that. So we actually were one of the first customers with T2. You know, we moved to Power Park, and then I was with the university for about 10 years. And then I came over to T2. I've been here 25. So I came in 5 years into the new company. So it's amazing. I love seeing the 30-year anniversary.
And then now we're getting ready for that next stage, right, and growing further. So that next, I think when we get to 40 years, we're going to see a huge growth in the company. So that's going to be a really exciting time.
It means that, you know, we're clearly successful at what we do. It means that we learn from mistakes. We learn from the voice of customer. It means that we're established and that we're looked at as a leader. You can't be in business that long and not have those things. So we should all be really proud of what we've done here and the fact that we're a company that's been in business for 30 years and we've grown as much as we have.
It's certainly an accomplishment. So it's definitely this major win from, you know, I kind of started with the maturity of an organization idea and growing from that. So not many startups, which it certainly was when I first joined, get to experience that or meet that longevity and meet that goal or meet that type of 30-year mark. It's super rare. So it's definitely a major accomplishment. It feels like we have crossed a success marker or criteria that is such a small number of companies get to achieve, and all the stories in between and how we got here. But it also means a lot about, well, we can't look at this and say, you know, we've spiked the football, the game is over, we've won, we've done it. We have to look towards what's next even more, right? At this stage, at this age of an organization, you also have to think about, how do we reinvent ourselves? How do we stay nimble? How do we combine a startup mentality with a mature organization, process, discipline, and everything that we can accomplish? If we are able to, you know, look to what the next 10, 20, or 30 years could look like if we continue just to evolve and reinvent and stay technology focused and stay customer focused and really move past just, you know, thinking about a time scale, but also what do we got to do next to keep it interesting.
It means reliability. It means consistency. It means growth and progression in processes. It means progression to me overall.
It means we're certainly doing things right. And what that means is we've got great products and we've got great customers, and customers really appreciate the value that we provide them. If we don't have great customers and customers aren't happy, you don't hang around, you know, 30 years and be successful. So it's definitely means that we're doing the right things. We're providing the customers the right services, and really happy to see that.
So the first thing I would say I'm most proud of the longevity that T2 has found value in me to keep me around for the 15 years. And I've really enjoyed my time with T2 for those 15 years. So hopefully it can be many more going down the road.
In 15 years? You know, I actually do see myself here in 30 years, ironically. I, you know, have asked myself that after 15 years, I still love my job. I still love again, the customers and the products, and it's so interesting. I never get bored here. And, you know, having had jobs that are slower paced, I really do enjoy the fast paced environment here and the learning, and it's just every day I learn something new. So I don't see why I would go elsewhere, you know, when I get so much out of my job at T2. So I actually believe that I will be here until I retire, most likely, which is about 15 more years away. So that's where I see myself.